Welcome to Success Power. Let's begin today with the story of Larry Page and Sergey Brin, the founders of Google Incorporated. The average person who uses a computer, and especially who has cause to search for data on the internet, would know about Google. Google was founded by these two young men who met as graduate students at Stanford University in the United States. They were working on their PhD, and they had to work together on how to retrieve information from a massive set of data. And somewhere along the line, they struck an idea, because they found out up until that time, it took a slow process for people to retrieve data from the internet. So what was meant to be a project in school became an idea that turned around the lives of these two young men. They rented a room from a family, and instead of going to school during the day and only sleeping there at night, as that family thought, they saw that these two young men were there 24 hours. They were working on this idea. They developed the name Google from Google, which is a name given to the number 1 with 100 zeros behind it. Google, right? So they struck this idea and began to talk to people about launching this search engine on the website. Some people liked the idea, but didn't commit themselves to it, or they did not commit their resources to it. Eventually, they decided to start a business of their own. They did, and that was why they dropped out of school, so as to face it squarely. And eventually, some people were able to give them money, because when they started, within a few weeks, they had some 50,000 people using their search engine on the internet. Today, 200 million people use Google on a daily basis worldwide. Google is available on the internet in more than 100 languages today. It's remarkable. But the important thing here is that these two young men found a way by which they could solve problems for people. In our last episode, we talked about the fact that the entrepreneur is someone who creates products and services to solve problems for people, to meet needs in the community. In return for solving problems for people, they earn money. So my challenge to you, dear viewer, is that you should develop the mindset of an entrepreneur, because apart from making money, building wealth at a faster rate, you solve problems for individuals, you solve problems for organizations, you solve problems for government, you solve problems for the community. You create jobs. Today, Google has over 1,000 employees. Only those two young men and one other person, 3 of them started in somebody's garage. That was their first office. And we're talking about 1996. So you create jobs for people and you build wealth at a faster rate. Well, today, Google trades in the volume of billions of dollars on an annual basis. These two people are wealthy, but that really is not the issue. Today, they are helping to make life easier for everyone who wants to search for information on the internet. So it's good for us to consider starting and running businesses of our own. Above all, we create development. Bill Gates also solves problems today for virtually everyone who uses a computer all over the world. And for solving problems on such a massive scale, he gets the money in return. He's the wealthiest man in the world today. You have gifts, you have talents, you have experience, okay? You have skills with which you can solve problems for people, and all that you need to do is just to set up on your own and offer your products or services to people. Help to meet needs in people's lives. That's all. It's not really a big deal to start a business. The people who start and run businesses are just like us. They don't have two heads, but they have guts. Now, there are certain characteristics or qualities that the person who wants to start and run a business should have. That's what we're discussing today. I'll be back after this break.